Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is David and it is March 4th, 2025, and I am a person who is interested in gardening and Florida native plants, and every now and then I like to do these videos to kind of show how things have progressed over the years and the changes. One of the big changes is this new house next to me, which is done now. And I'll highlight the new fence they put over there in just a minute. It's actually made my life a lot easier than maintaining the green hedge that was there. But anyway, this is kind of a spring video because it feels like spring is sprung here in Florida. Here's my beautiful azalea. This is a Southern Charm azalea. These live oaks have a lot of new growth all over them. They're putting out the pollen pods and new leaves. Also, this elm tree, American elm, is leafing out over here over the house. Got a little Schumered oak up here that just started leafing out. It's one of the few that's actually leafed out. The other ones are still bare in the backyard, but you can see the new growth. And here's that fence. This used to be a chain link fence that had Cape honeysuckle growing in it, and it was a nightmare to maintain. It grew so fast, and I was spending all my time pruning this, so it's kind of nice having the fence. This house is about 4,500 square feet, I think. Here's another great spring plant. This is a king's mantle, and it is loaded with purple blooms. Real pretty purple bloom with a yellow center. I mean, they are everywhere on this thing. Later in the spring, some of my other stuff will bloom, like the Simpson stopper will put out some really neat little starburst blooms. That's over here. It's a Florida native shrub. It's put out a lot of new growth, but it doesn't bloom until about April. I'll do another video probably on Easter, and we'll see how things have progressed. Here's a bare deciduous tree. This is a red maple, and the buds look like they're about ready to open. I expect in the next week or two this will all be leafed out. This is another Florida native, the firebush. It hasn't started blooming yet. My tropical hibiscus has a lot of nice color and blooms on it. There used to be a huge oak tree right here that was taken out, so I have a lot more sun than I used to. It was rotted in the middle, and it just was real dangerous during hurricanes. I'm glad they took that out. Crepe myrtle in the corner is still bare. In the summer it gets beautiful red blooms on it. Here's my other Shumard oak, which has little buds all over it, but just hasn't quite leafed out yet. I expect any day this one's gonna pop. Back here I have another Florida native, American Beautyberry. It's lost most of its leaves. It's leafing out beautifully. No blooms though at this point. Little redbud tree, little sprout there, still hasn't leafed out. But this live oak right here, it is absolutely loaded with new growth. And the leaves have been flying, the old leaves have been flying like crazy. I just kind of let these old leaves go into the beds and provide nourishment for the beds. I don't do any fertilizing or use any pesticides because it all ends up in our wetlands and our aquifers, and it's just not good for the Florida environment. So I just kind of fertilize organically with the old leaves from the live oaks. My wild coffee has got new growth all over it. Another Florida native. And this is a button sage lantana. It's a Florida native. It hasn't started blooming yet. But I do have some blooms here that are just starting to open up on this Indian hawthorn. So at this point in time, on March 4th, some of the stuff is flowering. A lot of the things are starting to put buds out and open up. In about a month, things will change quite a bit and there'll be a lot more things in bloom. But anyway, I appreciate you stopping by and following me around the yard. Beautiful day here in Tampa. It's about 70 right now, maybe 75. Blue sky. And it really feels like spring is sprung here. So anyway, look for my next video on Easter, and as always, thanks for stopping by.